So let me ask you, are you having trouble or having a difficult time to get your marketing strategy to get you the results that you've always wanted? This is something that typically is happening a lot, right? I get to speak to a lot of entrepreneurs all the time, whether they're my clients, they're my students, or just people that I talk to, peers, colleagues, whatever. And the major thing that people are struggling with when we're talking about building their business is, how do I get my marketing strategy to work? So this is one of the things that I see people struggling with the most. Like, what am I doing? Why is it that I'm learning all these tools and I'm putting all these systems together? I'm following this process. I'm following this formula. I'm doing everything and my marketing is failing me. And the truth is that putting a funnel together really isn't rocket science, right? Like, you have a landing page where people can sign up. People sign up for it. Then you have the thing that you're delivering, whether it's a PDF, whether it's a video series, a webinar, a VSL, whatever it is. Then you get a series of emails going out, and then you invite people on the call or you invite them on the sales page. It is pretty darn simple. It's not too complicated. And yet 90% of the people out there are failing. I have been in so many programs, so many marketing programs that I've done in the past, and I see my peers struggling and having a hard time and doing this thing or that thing and trying to get clients in, and nothing seems to work. And I want to tell you what the truth is behind that happening. The real reason why your marketing strategy is failing you isn't because the marketing strategy sucks necessarily. It depends who you learned it from, but it is because your message is failing you. It is really that simple. It really comes down to that. So what do I mean when I talk about your message failing you? Well, essentially it means that you don't have a lot of clarity, or your audience doesn't have a lot of clarity around the outcome that they're going to get from working with you. So basically, we live, if you don't know, if you haven't found out yet, we live in a world that is absolutely flooded with competition, right? Flooded, oversaturated market, oversaturated everything. There's all of these people, everybody trying to get in and trying to get clients in one way or another, people that are good, people that are not good, all sorts of people. And what your job is to make sure that your audience can see you and they see that you have the solution for the problem that they have. At the end of the day, what you're doing right now is solving a problem, regardless of what it is that you're selling, whether you're selling a service, whether you're selling a coaching program, whether you're a consultant, whatever it is that you're doing is you're solving a problem. And your job is to help people understand that the solution that you have for them is not a nice to have. Well, as in like, well, it would be nice for me to have this. It could be really cool if I'd solve this problem. That would be good. It is a must-have. This is something that if they don't fix this problem, if they don't change it, it is going to keep on costing them more and more, and they're going to keep on living in the same spot where they're in right now. So sometimes you need to future pace and make sure that people are very clear on how much it's costing them to not take action, how much it's costing them to not solve this problem at its core. So your job as an entrepreneur is really to be able to communicate what the outcome is and how it is that if they don't take action on this, they're going to stay in pain. They're going to stay in the same situation that they're in right now. And I see this happening constantly. Unfortunately, I see this happening constantly. I've had so many people that I've talked to over the years. Imagine after 4 years of building my business online, and where we average 30 calls every single month, it means that 30 calls over 4 years. Let me do the math. Let me actually do the math for you guys so that we have a little bit of an understanding of approximately how many calls. It's 1,400 calls, approximately over 1,000 calls that we've had in the last 4 years. Damn, that is a lot of people. I'm just realizing. So, and as I talk to the people, or I look back at some of the people, because obviously 1,000 people is a lot of people that we've talked to over the past few years, and we see the ones that didn't take action, the people that didn't, they didn't hire me, or they didn't work with me, or they kept on going in a different direction. Unfortunately, so many of these people are still struggling. They're still in the same spot. Imagine 4 years or 3 years or 2 years of you being in a place where your marketing is still not working, and then you're buying another program, or you're investing more money on ads, or you're doing this thing or you're doing that thing, and nothing is working. How freaking frustrating will that be for you to be stuck in that same place over and over and over again, time after time as the years go by. It is horrible. So this is something that you really need to fix. You need to understand how to create a more compelling message where you have the certainty in yourself, in the work that you're doing, and in the results that you're getting people through the work that you're doing, right? So, okay. So going back to what I was saying, the truth behind your marketing and not working really comes back to, or comes down to, your message failing, right? And what that means is that if you're not completely clear about the benefit that comes from working with you, if you're not completely clear about the outcomes that come from working with you, or the results that people have, you're going to have a really hard time getting people or convincing people that they need to work with you, right? Even if you have the right words, the right script, again, even if you did all the right marketing programs and you went through the steps, you filled out like the script, you filled out the template, you did everything right, you're doing a sales program as well, and you know how to be really great at sales call. If you don't have certainty in what you're selling, you're never going to sell. Or maybe you are going to sell, but you're not going to sell consistently, and you're not going to be able to grow your business, right? And so it comes back to having that certainty in what it is that you're selling. So how do we do that? We do that by first understanding why it is that we are the best option out there for our clients. I'm not talking about a good option, one option, a possible option, a okay option. No, I want you to be able to look at what you're doing and say, you know what, I have so much confidence in what I'm selling, so much confidence in what I'm doing, that people need to buy this no matter what, because there's nobody else out there that can give them the level of service that I'm giving them. Even if, and this is true even if you've only had one client in the past, or if you've had 1,000 clients in the past. Everybody's in a place of growth, right? Like even where I'm at right now, where I feel completely confident around my offers and the things that I'm doing, I still know that I'm going to get better over time, and it's going to get even better and better and better as I go, because I keep on growing. However, in my case in particular, I have zero doubt that there is a better program out there than mine. Like there is nobody out there that can teach people how to build their businesses, get clarity in their message, build really powerful brands that attract, position themselves online, and build a marketing strategy that gives them the result the way that I'm doing. If you want to do something like that, you would have to buy 10 different programs. You'd have to buy a program on messaging. You'd have to buy a program on audience. You'd have to buy a program on funnels. You'd have to buy a program on webinars, on video series, on online challenges, on all these different little things. Instead, I do it one thing. Like I sell everything, and I share everything, and I teach everything. So what you want to do in your own program, whatever it is that you're selling, is have that sort of confidence in yourself where you're like, there is nobody better than me. I'm really good at this. And sometimes building that confidence, it can be challenging. Let me say it like that. It can be challenging to build that confidence when you don't have it, or when you're just starting out and you're like, well, I don't have enough certifications. I don't have enough client case studies, or I don't have this, or I don't have enough followers. I don't have this or that, or whatever it is that we're telling ourselves. But the truth is that what makes you different, I talked about this in a video yesterday, what makes you different is you, right? The thing that makes your offer powerful is your take on it. Because at the end of the day, none of us are doing something that is new, right? Like there's millions of people out there that are teaching branding or teaching messaging. I'm not the only one doing this. I'm not like Tesla going to the moon. There's only one option, and probably there is another option than Tesla, even in that case. But what is different is my take on it, because I've had so many experiences, so many clients, so many things that I've gone through. And even if you haven't, you have experiences, you have your life that you've built, you have the challenges that you've overcome. All of these are things that you can bring into whatever you're selling, so that you can get people to see you and say, oh, okay, I like her take. I like his way of doing things. I feel like his vision is a little bit different. So you want to start with building that confidence in yourself first. And I always talk about this with my clients. I always tell them, listen, I'm not in the branding business. I'm not in the messaging business. I'm not in the marketing business. I'm in the confidence business. This is the real thing that I do. I help my clients build absolute confidence in who they are, so that they have certainty, so that they can go out and sell what they have to sell and be like, you know what? I am the best option out there, and like, beat me at it if you want. Beat me at it if you want. But there's no way that you're going to be able to find someone better than me. That is the business that I'm at, helping my clients feel like that. So getting clarity in your message starts with you understanding, like, I'm the person. I'm the person. I am the person that people need to work with, period, because I'm amazing, because I'm good, because I'm powerful, because I'm unique, because the things that I'm doing are things that are different, because because of my skills, because of the experience. When I was 5 years old, this thing happened to me, and then that thing taught me this, and this is something I can tell my clients even if I'm 40 right now, and I can bring it and I can teach through experience or through stories or through a different way, right? So that's one of the things. The second thing behind your message being right is understanding what your audience needs. You need to understand who your audience is. You need to understand what is going on with them. What are their problems? What are their concerns? What is their pain? Like I talked about earlier, one of the things that is really, really important is that you're able to get people to understand that what you're selling is not a nice to have, but it is a need to have. It's not well, it would be really cool. It would be good to someday do this. It is if I don't do this today, I'm going to fail. I'm going to stay in pain. My life is going to suck, right? But for you to be able to do that, you have to understand how their life is sucking right now. And sometimes it's something that you uncover as you talk to people, but you have to research. You have to understand the core problem. What's at the bottom? Like, what is the fundamental problem that these people are having? Like I know for my audience, they're struggling. They feel overwhelmed. They feel anxiety. They feel like they're starting every month at zero. They feel lost in their message. They don't know where to begin. They don't know where to get the next client. They don't know where to get their first client. They don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty with building your business. I know that because I've lived it and I know how that is. So I know what the problem that my audience has is really, really well. Like I understand it so well. I've lived it myself, right? So what you have to do is understand what is the problem that your audience has so that when you go into marketing, when you go into creating your webinar, your PDF, your video series, your challenge, your VSL, whatever it is that you're doing, you're making sure that you're incorporating that message in there so that people can see, wait, this is for me. Number one. And number two, this person has a solution. This person has a solution that I need to have. Again, turn the should into a must. It's not, I should do this. It would be nice to do this. It's I must do this today. I need to do this right now if I want to get results, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck in the same place. So being able to go into that pain of what's going on right now and why they need to fix it is really fundamental. And then the third part that really connects all of that is making sure that you understand the outcome. Like I was saying earlier, you have to understand how what you're offering is going to take their lives to a different place. You have to understand the results that you're able to give people. And crazily enough, crazily is a word that I just made up, but it still applies. People don't know. They don't know the outcome. And if they do know the outcome, they don't know how to communicate it or let people understand, like, hey, I have something that's actually really good for you. They don't know. They get stuck on features and functionalities and like communicating things that don't really matter, right? Oh, let me make sure that people know that if they buy my program, they're going to get 5 calls with me and they're going to get this and they're going to get that and they're going to get a workbook. That doesn't really matter. What matters is the result. What is the result? What is the outcome? What is the benefit? You have to get clear on these things, because if you don't get clear on these things, you can bet that people are not going to be clear on them either. And then the other part of why your marketing isn't working is that sometimes we're focused on doing just one thing, right? And let me know in the comments if this is resonating and this is making sense. So we're doing just one thing. And that means is we go out and we buy a program on how to do a webinar. So we go out, we spend all our money, invest on webinars and go all out, and we're like, okay, I'm following the steps, I'm following the system, I'm following the formula, I'm getting it perfect, I'm putting ads and I'm doing all of this and I'm not getting results. What do? It's like people are, you know that analogy of like give somebody a fish or teach them how to fish? Well, what's happening is that somebody gave you a fish, right? They taught you one way of doing things, right? And for me, that's not enough. You need to be able to move with things, to move with the trends, with the things that are working, with the things that aren't working. And what I mean with this is like, so I'll give you an example. End of the year is usually a more expensive month. So what I mean is I do Facebook ads for my business. And if you see my Facebook ads, comment something nice, because some people don't. And I love it though. I have fun with it. I have fun responding to everybody because what people don't know, but this is a total side note. What people don't know is that when you comment on an ad, it makes, like, Facebook doesn't know if the comment was good or bad. So it makes the ad more relevant and it shows it to more people. So I am all for it. Go for it. Comment. Anyways, but I do Facebook ads, and end of the year, usually ads become more expensive, or leads become more expensive, because a lot of people are promoting, right? Thanksgiving, Black Friday, holidays, all these things. So ads become a little bit more expensive. So if you were only doing a webinar, and if you, Sandra says that she loves my ads and my response. Yeah, I always respond to people, and I love, like, I send gifts and whatever. But anyways, if you were only doing a webinar, and you're only getting people coming into your webinar through Facebook ads, what do you do when December comes around and your ads become really, and your leads become really expensive? So if you only did this program that is teaching you webinars and you don't know how to do anything else, you're essentially screwed, right? So you're going to just be like, well, I guess December is going to be a month every single year where I don't make any money. That is not acceptable. What you need to do is figure out a way in which you can incorporate your message and bring it into all of these different things, so that while, for example, in my case, my webinar is my main marketing strategy. It is my main funnel. I have my webinar, people go through it. It is amazing. It is powerful. It is really good. But then throughout the whole year, I'm doing different things specifically for people who are already in my audience. So you guys have seen it. Like, this isn't anything new. I do PDFs. I do video series. I do challenges. I'm doing right now a video sales letter, which is like a little short video training. I do email course. I do all of these different strategies that I'm launching throughout the whole year to my audience, because that way I can guarantee that no matter what's happening, if my ads account got shut down, or if whatever happened, ads got expensive or not expensive, or my webinar isn't converting or whatever, I can always go back and say, okay, let me try this other thing. Let me do this other thing that I know is going to give me results as well. So instead of being like, I only have this one thing and I'm screwed because if it doesn't work, nothing else works. What you need to do is be able to build a strategy that has variety, right? Build variety in your strategy where you have this main thing, but then you have these other things that you're doing to nurture your audience, to engage your audience consistently. And so, like, and what you need is a formula for that, right? You need to be able to know, how do I do this without having to go out and buy a $10,000 program on webinar, a $10,000 program on challenges, a $10,000 program on VSLs, a $10,000, because that's what they all cost, right? That's the price of most of these programs. So what you need to do is be able to have one formula that works for all. And this is actually the thing that I help my clients do. Apart from getting them absolute massive clarity in their message, like not sort of clarity, not kind of clarity, it is absolute clarity in who you are, what your message is, what your outcome is. And when we move from that, what I do is I give them a formula that they can implement on all of these things, whether it's a webinar, whether it's a video series, whether it's a challenge, whatever it is. Like, I have a section in my like, for my clients in my website, like a client portal or whatever you want to call it, where I have all these training videos that shows them, here's how you do a webinar, here's how you do a video series, here's how you do a challenge, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. And then here's the formula that you can implement to all of these different things. So that way you can have that variety in your business, and you can look for different ways in which you are getting in front of your audience, because you don't want to be like this thing where you're only doing one thing and that's it, and nothing else works and nothing else matters. So you have to be able to do that. But it always connects back to having a really solid message. Because if you have a solid message, if you have clarity around what you want to say, who you are, who your audience is, what their problem is, what the outcome is that you're helping them achieve, then you can create a marketing strategy that actually gets you results, which is what I'm guessing you guys all want to do, right? Like, we all want to do this. We all want to have a strategy that gets us results. We don't want to be spending all of this money, all this time, all of this effort on something and then see it not work. And I guarantee you, because I've seen it happen, I've been the person that has done it a gazillion times, that if your marketing strategy is not giving you the result that you want, it is very likely that it's because your message is off. There is something in your message that isn't clear. And that something could be lack of confidence in yourself, lack of confidence or passion in your program. This is a big one too. And let me actually dive into that one a little bit too, because sometimes we build programs out of thin air. Oh, I'm going to sell this. if you don't have passion behind what you're selling, like when I talk about passion, I mean passion. You know what I mean? Like, I love what I do. You need to love what you do and be like, I just can't wait for the world to see this. Like, the world needs to get in front of my program. They need it. It's not that they kind of need it. It would be nice. It is, I know that with what I'm doing, I'm going to change people's lives. So that's the type of confidence that you want to have around your offer. And if you don't feel that passion around your offer, if you don't feel that love behind what you're doing and that certainty in yourself, that needs to be fixed, because you're not going to make sales. You might make some sales, but if you want to really have scalability in your business, look at my messages. Success is inevitable. I deserve success. I am not alone. Anyways, okay. I need to move that from there so you guys don't see it, but it's a good subliminal message that I'm sending you guys. But anyways, if you don't have that confidence in your offer, if you don't have that confidence in yourself, if you don't have that confidence in your outcomes, you're going to have a really hard time building a sustainably successful business that just keeps on expanding and growing. So I'll give you my kind of take on it. I see what I do as absolutely necessary. I see how it's changing my clients' lives. I see it every single day. And I just had a call with my team, and I was telling them, like, I have an incredible team, an enrollment team that is just amazing. They love, like, they're great at talking to people, and they're great at giving people clarity, and just, they're really, really incredible. I honestly think that I'm the luckiest person in the world because I have them in my team. But wait, let me just sit over here. And that way you can read my t-shirt that says "Más amor, por favor," which means more love, please. Anyways, and I was talking to them and telling them, listen, I have so much passion, in case you guys didn't notice. I have so much passion and so much confidence about what I'm doing, because I know that the majority of people out there, they're buying marketing programs. They're buying a webinar program. They're buying a video series program. They're buying a challenge, or they're buying all these little programs, or big. They might be super expensive. They might be cheap, whatever. They're buying all these little programs and they're not getting results. And I know that they're not getting results because they're doing, like I had a client that said, like, I feel like I was building my business with Google and duct tape, right? Like, they're putting things together with duct tape, right? Like, let me do this, let me do that. But they don't have one thing where they can have that direction of where I need to go in my business. Like, what is it that I actually need to do, right? And what am I about? And all these marketing pieces. So anyways, I have so much confidence in what I'm doing that I was telling them, listen, like, I want you to feel when you're on a call, like, obviously you're not going to tell this to people, but like, almost feel really sad for the people that don't work with us, that decide not to work with us, because you know that if they don't work with us, it means that they're going to stay struggling. They're going to stay in this place. They're not going to get out of it. They're not, or it's going to take them a lot of money, or they're going to take them a lot of time, or a lot of effort, or a lot of suffering, and anxiety, and overwhelm, and all that stuff, right? So I want you to understand, when you're getting on a call with somebody that is interested in working with us, that this is life-changing. We're changing these people's lives with the work that we're doing. Literally, I've seen it, obviously. I've had incredible success stories from people who are like, I have a client that I'm working with right now who made $84,000 within weeks of us starting to work together. $84,000, insane. I have people that have made $20,000. I've made people that have made $10,000, that created a $10,000 program that had never thought that could be possible for her. And she was able to sell that program within about a week of launching it. Like, that is how powerful it can be. So I know that I'm changing people's lives, but I'm really changing the way that they feel about themselves, the way that you feel around your business. And then that has a ripple effect too, right? Because if I'm affecting your life and I'm changing your business and I'm giving you clarity in your message and helping your marketing work, it means that you're going to go out and you're going to affect somebody else's life as well. So the work that I'm doing has a ripple effect that is changing the world one little person at a time. And it might be small, right? Because I'm not still at the capacity where I have millions of clients in a year. Hopefully I'll get to that place. I believe that I will get to the place where I'll be able to serve that many people. Hopefully, this is where I'm going. Well, not hopefully, it is done. It is done. It is done. I'm certain of it. But I am making an impact in the world because of the work that I'm doing. What you want is to feel the same about your work. You want to feel that sort of passion. You want to look at me and say, damn, I want to be able to talk the way that Fabi is talking right now about what she does. This is the level of confidence that I have in the work that I do, because the work that I do helps people get clarity in their mindset, in their message, in their audience, in their offer, in their marketing strategy, in their visibility. So what I mean with visibility is traffic. It's not all about paid traffic. How do you get traffic to come in? How do you get people to land on your funnel? If you don't want to do ads, or if you can't, or if your ad account got shut down this week randomly, because it's happened to me a few times. Not ad account, but ads, like suddenly unapproved for no reason. So you want to be able to have a plan for that whenever that happens, right? Or if that happens. And it's not all about ads, or it's not all about, let me just follow this little formula that is perfect. It's about being able to build your strategy around you. And it really is about confidence, man. It is really about confidence. I truly, genuinely believe that the reason that I'm at where I'm at right now, where I've been able to build so much success in my business, in the past 12 months, we've been able to hit over $500,000. That is insane. That is an insane amount of money. That is really, really powerful, right? But it's not out of luck. It's not because I got lucky. It's not because, I don't know, like I have some sort of secret. My secret is that I am confident in what I do, and I'm really good at it. And I bring I bring value to the table, and I care for people. I really care for my clients. That is my secret. And when you bring that into everything that you're doing, and you bring it into your marketing, and you're bringing it into everything, you get results. Because if I know that I'm good, I believe in myself, I believe in the work that I'm doing, I believe in my clients, it means that my marketing strategy is going to be obviously really good. If you've seen anything that I've done, if you've seen my video series, if you've seen my, I don't even know, my webinar, which I do one all the time, live ones all the time. If you've seen my PDFs, if you've seen my free email course, anything that I have, if you've seen any of that, you know that I bring value. I don't bring fluff and like crappy, whatever randomness. I make sure that the work that I'm doing is valuable. And the reason that I do that is that I believe in myself. I have confidence in what I do. I have confidence in what I offer. Did I have a confidence like this from day one? Probably not, but I've always believed in myself. So you need to be able to get to that place where you believe. And if you need help with believing in yourself and building this confidence and this certainty and this passion in what you do as well, we can absolutely, and trust me, because if you've been listening, you get that I'm speaking from truth here. We can help you. I can absolutely and 100%, no doubt, help you build that certainty and that confidence and that power in yourself as well. Because this is what I do. Like I said before, I'm not in the branding business. I'm not in the messaging business. I'm not in the marketing business. I'm in the confidence business. Sure, on the outside, you might think, oh, well, Fabi helps people build their brands, or Fabi helps people with their marketing strategies. Sure, cool. Keep on telling yourself that. What I do is I help you build certainty in yourself. Build confidence in yourself. That is what I really do. So if you need help with that, if you need help with building that confidence and building that power in yourself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in here the link so that you guys can book a free call with my team, FabiBarlene.com/call. You can book your call with my team. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at where you're at right now. And you might be like, I'm literally starting out. There's a baby who's crying. She's mine, by the way. I'll get her in a second. We'll look at where you are right now. And you might be literally just starting out. Like, I have just started my business. I'm not completely sure what direction to take or how to build this. That's where you might be. That's fine. You might be in a place where you already have a business and you might not be getting any sales. It's not working. You've tried all the marketing, you bought all the programs, you bought all the courses, you're doing everything by the book, and it's not working. Like, it's not working, you're frustrated, you're starting each month at zero. You feel, and I know this feeling, but you have this feeling of like, that feeling of you're almost drowning, right? That anxiety that wakes you up in the middle of the night and keeps you like this, like 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, what am I going to do? Or am I going to get a client? What if what happened this month repeats itself next month? What am I going to do? If that's how you're feeling, we can help you get out of it. So we'll look at where you're at, whether you're starting out, whether you've been around for a while. We'll look at where you want to be. What are the things that you actually want? How do you want to feel? What are the type of people? What are the types of clients that you want to attract into your business? Do you want to do low ticket offers? Do you want to do high ticket offers? I can guarantee that even if you're starting out, even if you've never had a client before, you could do this. When I started out 4 years ago, I've started without Well, I'd been doing this for a while, but the offer that I had then, I had never had a client before, and I was able to build my business selling a $5,000 offer. And I got clients. Of course I got them without having clients before me. So even if you're starting out, you can have a high ticket offer. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD or not. It doesn't matter if you have 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 followers on Instagram. I have like 2,000 followers on Instagram. Like, not much. It doesn't matter, right? It's not a lot, but I've still been able to build success in my business. So we'll look at where you're at. We'll look at where you want to be, and we'll talk about what is the exact formula that you need in place in order to make that happen. Not somebody else, not this like little cookie cutter thing that you're getting from another place, but the exact formula that you need, specifically you need in order to build success. Everybody's different. And what kind of pisses me off sometimes, not pisses me off because I get that everybody's doing their thing, but what bothers me sometimes is when I look at programs and look at people selling programs that are all about like, let's do this thing and it's this way and this is the only way, when I know from personal experience that everybody is different and your marketing needs to adapt to who you are. And it comes from having a really good message. So it really is about looking at where you're at right now and being able to help you. So if that's what you need, if you want that help and we can help you get it, go ahead and book a call, FabioBaldini.com/call. This isn't some like, buy from me. I was going to curse, but I won't do it. Like, you need me. No, like literally no. If you can get anything from who I am, I'm not that type of person. I am not that person. We are not. That is not how we work. That is not how my team functions at all. We'll look at where you're at. If we can help you, we'll tell you how we can help you. If we can't, we'll tell you what you should be focusing on instead. Period. I am not the type of person that's going to be pushy or in fact, we even like do something that you guys won't even believe. We do follow-up calls. So it's not like if you buy today, you get $5,000, $25,000, $50,000 off. You know what I mean? Like people use that like strategy to get people to buy. I don't like that. That's not how I do things. That's not how I believe you have to do things. I want you to look at where we have to offer, and if it works, great. And if it doesn't work, it is okay. And there's so many options available from us as well. So that's it. It is just a really down-to-earth call where we can help you out with some of these things. But anyways, going back to the core message of this video, the truth behind why your marketing is not working for you is really your message. You need to make sure that your message is fire, that is on point, that it attracts people, that it gets them very clear about why you are a must, not a should, that why you are the solution that they need for their businesses right now, right? You need to have clarity in your message. And if you don't have clarity in your message, no matter how much money you spend on ads and how much money you spend on marketing or on hiring a salesperson, if you don't have clarity in your message, none of these things are going to work. So let me know in the comments below if this resonated, if you liked it, and if it made sense. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.